I'm here with my sister Pam, and we're going to have a conversation.
Yay.
So, why don't you, let's start by talking about our grandparents,
Okay.
and maybe even our great-grandparents if you know anything about them.
I don't. I know the bare minimum about the Adams side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
I've got fun memories of Grandpa. Not so much of Grandma. I mean, she lived with us for what? Half a century?
It seemed like that.
It did. It was only 2 years.
Was it only 2 years? Mm-hmm. Can't be.
For real.
It can't be.
Yep. It was only 2 years.
Wow. It did seem like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
She was a busy woman.
Yep. She was a busy woman.
You have good memories of Grandpa?
Yeah. I loved it when he would come over. He was great. And he would go to give me a kiss. And his nose was always in the way. So he made a big joke about that. And he was cool. He was very cool. Perfect Grandpa. And Grandma would stand kind of far back and hold her purse and get really annoyed every time he did that. But so that is a good memory to have of Grandpa.
Mm-hmm. It is a good memory.
And Grandma, not real good memories there.
Mm-hmm.
Funny.
Yes.
Very, very funny sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about Grandma and Grandpa Smits?
Grandma Smits, I find... See, I always thought that I favored the Adams side of the family. Oh, I am very connected to Grandma Smits. Very connected to her. She was a powerful woman. And she used to smoke upstairs. So that Grandpa wouldn't know about it. She would hear him coming in, put her cigarette out. I loved that woman. She did. She taught me things that she doesn't even know she taught me. Just by,
Like?
Going upstairs and smoking. Sneaking. She was sneaky about stuff. And I learned a lot from her. Not that I'm sneaky, but I am.
Grandpa?
Grandpa, I didn't know very well, other than to watch him do his whistle,
Bird calls.
Yeah, and Grandma hated that. She hated it.
Yes, she did hate it. Do you remember any stories about them that maybe somebody told, or?
I really don't. I'm the 11th out of 12. Nobody paid attention to me unless I was having an insulin reaction. Oh, then I got all the attention. I don't, I was too young, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just kind of going down as we talk about our family. So we've talked about our parents, and now how about switching gears and talking about aunts and uncles? Are you close to any of our aunts and uncles?
Let me think. Uncle Leonard, love that man. He was phenomenal. That's all I can say. And you think I can talk? Holy shit, man. That, when he would come over to eat at our house, that was it. He talked. And Dad commented, I've never seen you girls ever say nothing until tonight. We didn't get a word in, but I loved him dearly. He was a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Rita she was cool. I really, really, really loved her. Who else?
Enola?
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about them. Aunt Enola. Yep. Yes. She was so wonderfully real, not fake. Yeah, ask her a question and wow, there it is. No holds barred. And so I learned a lot from her too.
So, Leonard was Grandpa's brother, Grandpa
Yes.
Smits,
Yes.
and Enola was Jerome's wife, and
Yes.
Jerome is our dad's brother.
Right.
So, just kind of put that in context. Did you have any kind of relationship with any of Mom's siblings?
Not her siblings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember, I'm sure Aunt Vivian, it was Uncle Bob. I don't remember Aunt Vivian at all.
Mm-hmm.
But her daughter, Lynn, is my godmother.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby is my godfather. Was.
Mm-hmm.
God. Yeah, she's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
He's not.
Mm-hmm.
But.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we talk about the generations and everything, let's talk about Mom and Dad.
Okay.
And we've talked about their parents a little bit. Just, do you have any special memories? I know you have millions of memories of Mom and Dad, but do any really stick in your mind that...
Well, you're going to make me cry. Because I do have... It never fails. When I would go see Dad, Mom and Dad, and I'd go to leave, and he would say, "You behave." And I would turn around and say, "Why?" And that was it. Be good. No. I miss them more than even I thought I would. Sorry, I can stop doing that. The amount of respect that I have for them to have raised all of us, it's like, how did they do that?
Mm-hmm.
By the grace of God, that's how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I miss them. Every single day I think of them. Every day. If something happens throughout the day, like whatever, especially when we were starting to getting our wheels rolling to sell the business, it's like, oh my God, I gotta call Dad, and I'm reaching for the phone to call Dad. I've already dialed, and it's like, what am I doing? That's embarrassing, but then it's not. That's what I did.
You're not alone.
I know.
You're not alone.
Yeah, they were really good people.
You were.
Really, really
Any
good
specific
people.
memories about Mom?
Yes. She gave me one time the wrong insulin. Yeah, I don't think you were at home.
No.
And she you give the shot and you can't take it back. And she said, "Pam, I just gave you the wrong insulin." Now, I was old, and I don't even know why she was fixing my shots and giving it to me. I was well old enough to do it. But she did it, and we just kind of looked at each other. Well, what? Do I get a candy bar or something? What's going to happen? And she slept on a old rickety chaise lounge, like something you'd have outside.
Mm-hmm.
and I slept on the couch in the breezeway.
Wow.
So she could hear everything that I did, every breath, every sound. And she got through it, we got through it. She got me through everything. And because she was so incredibly diligent and loving at the same time, I know that's why I'm alive. I know it is. She took such good care of me. And those early days as a bitch, they were tough.
They were tough.
They were tough.
They were tough.
I would be in the hospital and she would sneak food up to me. I hated hospital food. And she would sneak it up because I had to eat. And so she would sneak it up. One time, she snuck up one of her hermit cookies.
Mm.
That was the best.
Yeah, she was a wonderful baker.
Yes, she really was.
Mm-hmm.
And baking bread. Holy man, that little woman had this huge bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, huge. Had to have been half the size of this table. And she would work that like nobody's business. And then loaves and loaves and loaves of bread. Because, you know, we had a big family.
Well, she came by that baking naturally.
Oh, yeah, because of Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember Grandma with her baking and some stories about that?
I heard stories.
Mm-hmm.
I never, you know.
Yeah.
Never
Experienced it.
Never did.
Mm-hmm.
Never did. But
She was a wonderful baker. So that's where Mom got that talent.
she sure did have a talent for it.
So we're talking about Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
And you know, great parents and all the things that they did for us.
Mom was she was amazing. She was simply amazing. When she started to paint again, and I would go in there, and this one picture, it was of a tree. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And she would stand back and then go up to it. Oh, that's horrible. I had to redo it. She redid, I swear to God, the whole painting over about 5 times. Piece at a time, branch at a time. It's hilarious. But it wasn't good enough for her.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Kind of a perfectionist.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would watch her, and it's like, oh, Mom, I really want to do that. I really want to paint. Can I be a painter? Well, here, Pam, I'll give you, she gave me, and she said, draw what you feel or whatever you're thinking of. Learned on, early on that I have 0 talent. 0. It's so bad.
You have talents. You may not have art talents. But
I
you
don't
certainly
have. I do have a talent. I'm a bitch. And I can top anyone.
I can think of someone who could top you.
No.
Oh, what would you say? Are you more like Mom or Dad?
Dad. Definitely. Same sense of humor and everything. We had such fun. We did. At the shop. Oh, my gosh. Like, well, I don't know. Did you ever call your dad an asshole? I got to do that every day to my dad because he would do something and then he would make a joke out of it, make fun of me, and it's like, yeah, you're an asshole. He loved it. He brought it on, and we had a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. It was the best job I ever had. Tim and Joel, we had a lot of fun. And then Barb worked there. I'm sorry, but she's very different than me. I'm kind of like out there, If I'm in the room, everyone knows. And Barb would kind of sneak up behind me and stand there and wait for me to notice her. It's like, oh, and I don't think I was very nice to her. I know I wasn't. And Teresa, same way. But with Teresa, I could tell her. I'd turn around and say, oh, for the love of God, if you have a question, ask it. Don't stand there. I don't have eyes in the back. So that was unnerving, to say the least. And Mary Jo worked there for a very brief time.
Well, he was working at the shop. That was the impact of that. Not just working, but the fact that they had their own business, and our dad went into it, and then our brothers, and then you and Teresa and Mary Jo and Barb,
and Mom.
And Mom too. Yes, she did a lot of proofreading.
She did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. She even moved.
I know. I remember. Oh my God, that was. She didn't want to move. But she did.
Yeah.
I thought it was World War III.
I often wondered about that because I wasn't home at the time, and I was so like, how can that happen?
Oh my God. That's what I wondered too. How can that happen? I was so excited though to move. I thought that house was it was great. I loved the stairs. But then, you get there and we all had our own bedrooms. Oh my God. And so I'm there in the bedroom, and of course I got the best bedroom. They said, pick out your rooms. So I got the one with the shaker porch. It's the best thing ever. That house, I swear to God, was haunted.
Oh, you think it was haunted?
Oh, yes, I do.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Who do you think? Do you have any idea what this...
Oh, no. I no idea. But I am not real big on ghosts. At least I wasn't then. And I'm still not now. I do believe in ghosts. But it had to have been haunted.
Yeah.
And I don't care to go into it.
So why did Mom decide that it was okay to move? What was the catalyst? Why did Dad wanted her to? And
yeah, because it made a lot more sense. Uncle Leonard, everybody that lived in that house was gone. They were dead. And it would just be so much easier, and he had to do that battle cry for, a little bit of time because Mom didn't want to move. She loved it there. We loved it there. But, I wanted to move. I've never done it. How exciting, I thought. But Mom really, but then she just kind of decided it does make more sense. It will cost us less, because that was double water, double the heat, double everything. So she said okay, and then, boy, that's all it took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really had a good relationship.
They did? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm. They had to have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I dare say that, was it Sundays or where Dad was home?
Well, he slept in till noon.
Well, I wonder why.
Well, because of the Press Gazette. He delivered papers,
But he did, yeah. But there were times, Sally, when the radio was playing while he's sleeping and Mom was nowhere to be found.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. I thought it was great. It doesn't work, though. I'm sorry, it really doesn't work because their bedroom had a door into the kitchen and a door into the living room. Yeah. And they kept on having kids. How did they do that?
Part of it was that we were not allowed to go in that room at all unless we were invited.
Yeah. Well, I think that radio signified something very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
We have talked about some of the things. There are so many things we could talk about mom and dad.
Yeah.
Each of us has a story about when we were born and how it was when we were babies. Tell me yours.
I don't. Oh, yeah. Mine was the best. I looked like Grandpa Smits. I did. Everyone teased me about that. I swear to God, until I was 40. Because I looked like him. I had a fat belly. It's horrible. And no hair. And really, they showed me a picture of Grandpa and my baby picture. It's just like, oh, son of a bitch. I look like Grandpa Smits.
Well, so you were born, and there's no particular stories about your birth that you remember?
Yeah, Mom had a C-section scheduled for June. Well, I wanted to be born a month early, so I started it, I guess. I don't know, did her water break or what?
Well,
I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that story either.
But
I do know you were a little premature.
Yes, I was premature.
And you were small when you were born.
Yeah, I was, not much bigger now.
Well, and when the baby was born, they had the cradle at the end of their bed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I heard that story.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, tell it.
Yeah. I was at the end of their bed and they're sleeping and they felt something at the bottom of the bed. They felt something, and I don't know if it was Mom or Dad. It had to have been Dad. If it was Mom, she would have bolted out of that room. Dad thought it was maybe a mouse, that they could feel this something at the bottom of the bed, and it was me trying to get out of the cradle.
Well, because you were so tiny.
Yeah.
You were in that cradle till you were like 6 months old. You were in there a long
I was
time.
waiting for a joke to come. I thought you were till you were like 5.
You were in there till you were like 6 months old.
Yeah.
And that's why you were able to start pulling on the
Sure.
bed thing. But that's a great story.
It is a great story. I forget about that.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah. Always trying to, my whole life I would have to say, trying to get whatever I wanted.
Uh-huh.
And I did.
How was it like? I mean, I know my perspective on this. What is your perspective on being one of 12? Excuse me, but in your where you were in the order and how that played into your...
Yes, that was no big deal to me. I mean, having 11 siblings, I loved it. I did. I really can't imagine, like my boys. Adam said today that he's very happy that he only has 2 brothers. He's happy that he only has to deal with 2 other people. And it's like, oh man, are you missing the boat? It was in my family. I could pick and choose who I liked, who I wanted to hang out with. Of course, no one wanted to hang out with me because I was too young. I was always too young.
Well, you weren't too young, but you were younger. That made a difference. as we grew up, and
Oh, yeah,
the
I
older
know.
ones had a different experience,
They
and some of the
did.
middle ones had a different experience, and you
Yeah.
were one of the last ones.
I know. It was such a. I hated it. I didn't like being younger. I always wanted to be older. Not so much these days. Do you remember when Teresa was turning 12, and you and me and Mary Jo and Teresa were in the kitchen, and we told her that when you turn 12, do you remember this, Sally?
No.
Oh, God.
I'm sure I will when you start talking about it.
Maybe you'll remember it. It was prime. Oh, my God. And I'm 2 years younger than Teresa. But everyone, all of her friends thought I was 2 years older. We told her, well, Mary Jo and Sally told her that when you turn 12, you can no longer wear panties. and they check. Like when you go to Red Owl, they will check, and you will get arrested if you are wearing them. Do you remember that,
No.
Sally?
I'm sure I didn't do that.
Well,
Actually, I'm sure I did do
it. Well, and Teresa was like, well, Teresa, she's just, and I said, but Teresa, it's real. I know it is. I've seen it happen. So I sold that joke. That was great. She was mortified.
Mm. Well, then we must have told her it's not true.
I think we waited a day.
Mm. Good thing she didn't go to the
She
Red Owl.
didn't. She wasn't about to. Oh, my God.
Poor Teresa. She's so innocent.
She is.
She's always so innocent.
Sally, I've apologized to her so many times. I was so mean to her. So mean. I just was. And she said she knows that she's the butt of the jokes. She said, but everyone's laughing. Well, I'm bringing joy to everyone. There's not a bad bone in her body.
There isn't.
It just isn't.
Do you miss anything about being a kid?
Do I miss anything about? Yes, everything. I miss the waking up in the morning and not having any responsibilities whatsoever and bolting out the door in the summertime. Just playing all day long and then coming home filthy, stinking, dirty. Oh, we had such fun.
We did have such fun.
It was great. It was great.
It was great.
You would always take us to VFW parks. We could swim. That was awesome. That was
awesome.
The best.
Mm-hmm. We spent a lot of time at that park.
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it there.
We also spent a lot of time playing with our neighbors.
Yeah, the Otten boys and,
It was different for me than it was for you.
Yeah,
because
you're
different people.
Older.
I'm older. He's right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about birthdays and Christmas and that sort of thing. They were always very special for us. Do you have any specific memories about birthdays or Christmas that really...
I'd have to say my favorite Christmas, they got me, what's the name of that doll? It was a dancerina. It was a dancerina. Had a crown, dressed in pink, little pink tutu. And they bought me that. And, oh my God, I thought I was on cloud nine. That's all I wanted. And I'm sure that's all I got. That's fine. Christmas was huge for me. I felt so important because I got this doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And Christmas, just to have the whole family and always extras. There were always extras at our house. Always.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy.
It was crazy. Michael's friends and
Tim's friends.
Tim's friends.
Mm-hmm. Joel had a friend come over once, not for Christmas, but it was someone he met in his travels. And he took his socks off, and Mom made him set them outside. And I swear they were still shaped like his feet, and they stood up.
Was he like a hillbilly?
Is that, yeah, Mike Hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a hillbilly.
He was a hillbilly.
Yes. He could have joined the Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. He was a little interesting.
Okay. You want to say interesting? He was. I've never heard anyone talk like that. He was missing some teeth. It was so perfect. I'm terrible. Okay.
You're not terrible.
Yeah.
You told stories about Joel, some about Teresa. Let's talk about our other siblings.
Okay. Susan. She was. Just pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll tell you a funny story. When she was pregnant with Missy, she was very large. I've never seen her that big, ever, ever, ever. And she came, oh, this is a double good story. I should have died that day. Should have died. I should have been killed that day for Mom. Susan's very pregnant and it just miserable, and she's sitting and she crossed her legs, and when she uncrossed her legs, it stayed in. You know, when you have water weight, it stayed in. And I've never seen anything like that ever. And it's like, oh, look at her leg. Mom, what happened? It's not coming back out. And I made just this big deal about it. So I'm sure she wanted to kill me. That wasn't very nice of me. But it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I wanted to go over by it, but I didn't, thank God. Well, then we're still in the kitchen, and Mom and Sue were talking, and Mom was leaning back, you know, and like this, kind of comfortable. And she kind of had a belly on her.
I wonder why.
Well, I went up to her and it's like, oh my goodness, Mom, are you having a baby too? Should she have killed me or what? She should have. Oh my God. She said, no. And that was like, oh shit, bye. Got out of that room.
When you were little, then we weren't that little. You were probably 7, 8, something like that. And it was Christmas Eve, and Mom used to make, or Dad used to make grasshopper.
Oh,
right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember the story?
I don't.
Okay. Well, it's not a big story, but I remember they made grasshoppers, and Mom was drinking her grasshopper, and you were there, and you were like, I want some, I want some, I want some. I don't know. You were pretty persistent. He might have given you a sip.
I was very persistent. If I wanted something, if I wanted anything, I would get it. Plain and simple. Did he give it? Did I get some?
I wouldn't be surprised. As a matter of fact, I think you probably did. And that persistence has been good for you. It has kept you. Yeah.
Yeah. It. You know, at the end of this, what you want future generations to know about me. I want them to know that if I wanted something, I really went after it. I mean, it's just so simple. You can get anything you want if you try hard enough. That's how I got my husband, poor guy. And that's how I got my boys, my 3 boys. Persistence.
You know what they say, persistence wears down resistance.
Oh, I'm living proof of that. Yep, it does.
It certainly does.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. That's who I am.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's continue on with some of our siblings. You know, good
Oh, yeah.
stories about.
Okay, Susan. She truly was one of the best. Really. She's Michael, boy, he was such a, when he would come home from school, I would guess, I'd look at him and he was so freaking hairy. I mean, it's like, wow. Like, can you see? I mean, that's the memory that I had. And he would always crash on the couch. The prime spot, you know, everyone wanted that couch. He would give me, at first it was like a quarter a boot. If I would, you know, clean his boots up, shine them really pretty, and I swear he wanted me to lace them. He had boots, you know, I had boots like that. But I did it, and then he'd give me 50 cents. And then when he came back one time, he gave me $2. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I know it.
Wow.
That was cool. I was very happy about that.
But do you remember when we were kids and talking about the furniture, Michael laying on the couch, but do you remember saving your chair?
Yes, I do. Saved.
I was thinking about that the other day, that we would get up and say, my chair is safe. No one else could sit in that chair until...
That's right.
And they wouldn't.
No. You couldn't. It was like unheard of. I remember one time we were having trouble with the TV. You know, those stupid little bunny ears or rabbit ears. It was... I didn't mean to piss Mary Jo off as much as I did. I really did. I thought she was going to kill me. She was trying to get the movie on the TV, and she looked at me and she said, "Well, if you get your butt over here, okay," which generally that means get up and go over there. I turned my butt to her. I love that story. We were waiting for something. We all had our coats on, and it was just like a Sunday matinee stupid show that she really wanted to see. Did you get your butt over here?
I just want, you know, when we were growing up and getting into the bathroom on school days, what was that like for you?
Horrid. It was always bad. It was me and Teresa and Hollywood stand. I got a picture of it. Is it still there?
Yes.
Okay. Teresa moved like a snail, only backwards. Holy God, that girl drove me fucking crazy. I'm not kidding you. Move. You know, that's all she had to do was just she was so slow. So then I would just go in there and kind of take over and get done, and she would still be in the bathroom. We had a mirror over here and then a medicine cabinet on this side. So we could both be in there at the same time getting ready. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. I really don't. But we had to go to school together. And oh my God, that was unnerving. It was unnerving. Because I like to get done and out and go.
Well,
you know, we're just different.
Talking about mornings and getting ready for school, and all of us have good memories and challenging memories, right?
Very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Good memories, sure. Never good memories in the morning, because I'm not a morning person. Too many people in my way, and just the way it is.
Yeah. Well, let's go on talking about our siblings just a little bit more.
Okay. So, Michael's, Tim. I love Tim. I love almost all my siblings. Like that? Don't edit that out. It's not going to surprise anyone, I'm sure. Tim and I sat next to each other at the shop. And, oh my God, we had such fun. When things were really intense, we're all working really hard and trying to get this one job out. Tim, his desk was here. My desk was here. And his desk just would go on, and I'm like moving my stuff out of his way, and I would just go like this. I would put my hand right in between, where his shit should be on his desk, and I would just kind of push it over. He would laugh his ass off. He would laugh so hard, and then he'd say, I'm sorry, I'm doing this, and blah, blah, blah. And it would happen again. Just push. That's all I had to do. We had such fun. It sounds, you had to be there, really. Mm-hmm. Another thing that I would always do to him, if he was coming in from outside or wherever he was, and he would come and sit down, I would go. He didn't have hardly any hair. And if I would go like this, and he'd go, oh, thank you. Yeah, good times, we just got along really good. And I remember him leaving for service, because I was at the airport too. And I've never seen Mom cry so hard. And it's made such an impression on me. Well, if Mom's crying that hard, so was I. And, just sad. But when he came home, I remember when he came home, he sent his duffel bag. I mean, you don't send your duffel bag home unless you're going home. But he sent it, and there was something said that he wrote a letter, that's right, a note, and said that he's on his way to
Greece.
Greece? Was it Greece or was it Turkey?
It was Greece.
I think it was Turkey.
It was Greece.
Fuck you! It was Turkey!
It was Greece.
Okay. It was Greece. And Mom was kind of confused. Why is this duffel bag there? And he came home. And Dad was at work. And it was just the best homecoming. And I remember being in the kitchen and Tim standing there holding a beer. Dad walks in and Tim says, want a beer? Oh my God. Dad was so happy. And it was just a very joyful get together. It was cool.
He was in boot camp. I remember hearing about the story. When Tim was born and Dad filled out a birth certificate, he spelled Tim's name wrong.
Yes, he did.
He spelled it T-H-I-M. And so he was Timothy. And when he went into the service, because they never had that fixed, he
Right.
went into the service, all the time he was in the service, they called him Timothy.
Yes.
He did. And then after he got out, they had it changed. He had it changed. But Timothy, yeah.
Yeah, Timothy. Every so often I will call him Timothy. But I do have, since I worked with him and I, got to his little quirks and stuff, I named him, well, wait, I'm jumping ahead. He told me that I looked just like Tracy Chapman. You know who Tracy Chapman is?
Mhm.
Okay. I loved her song, Fast Car. Anyway, so do you know who Tracy Chapman is? She is a black singer. And laugh our asses off. It's like, I know. Isn't it weird that I look just like her? And well, he does this thing where he'll say a little joke to himself, right? And he laughs. He turns his head. And he does that. Did you ever see Three's Company with the landlord?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Roper. I call him Stan. I call him Stan to this day. And for Christmas, it was around Christmas, and I found a picture. No, Scott took a picture of Stan. He was on Perry Mason, and I love Perry Mason.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, he was on, and so Scott, every time he was on, Scott was snapping pictures. And so I got it, and I sent him, I texted him, and then I sent him this picture. I said, God, I didn't know you were on Perry Mason. And, laughs and laughs. Then he sent me something with Tracy. And that's a good one. That was great. So for Christmas, he sends me this card. It's got Stan's face. He sends me the best Christmas cards ever, always. Usually very filthy. And it's just, I don't know where he gets his cards, but pretty good. Always makes me laugh. Always. I'm not that good. I can't find a good enough card, so.
Who else?
Who else? Who did I do?
Tim.
I did Michael, Tim, Beth. Beth has saved my life. How do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
She gave me a kidney. I don't have to go to dialysis anymore. It's just phenomenal. It is. And so far, it's doing pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
I hate labs because I'm so afraid. I don't want anything to go wrong. But anyways, Beth is, I never used to like her when I was growing up. Just like everybody else, everybody picked on me. Everybody picked on me. True? Yes, that was true. Oh, whatever. Yes, the angelic mother over here. Bullshit. Everybody picked on me. But anyways, so Beth, she used to chase me with the vacuum. That was great. And I told her, I hate you. I hate you. Why don't you just leave?
Oh, you should have said that sucks.
Oh, I should have. That would have been funny.
Mm-hmm.
So then she did leave. She got married, and her and Joe, they left. And I, there too, cried my eyes out. That was just a horrible thing. And as I'm bawling my head off, it's like, and you said you hated her. You told her to leave. I felt so, I don't know, guilty, nasty, everything I should have been feeling. But I don't like being teased. She was really big. She teased me a lot. She really did. But that all stopped. It all stopped. And Mary Jo, the most loveliest person in the world, we did, like I said, we really didn't like each other. Not at all. So she moved away to North Carolina with Jeff. And when she moved away, we wrote to each other every single day. It was just the weirdest thing. Mm-hmm. And I was telling her what was going on in my life and just telling me her life. And it was just weird because we really got close. And then she came back. And it was just weird to talk to her like I liked her, and I didn't quite get that. And then when her and Jeff got divorced and she moved into an apartment, she needed a babysitter for Clint, and I was 18, so yay, I'm moving out. And I moved in with Mary Jo and babysat Clint. Sweet, God, what a sweet kid. And I hated Mary Jo all over again. We can't live together. Plain and simple, cannot. Where we think we're alike, there are so many similarities, but there really aren't. I can't.
Really good that you have the memories of writing back and forth.
Pardon?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. The letters were great. I mean, I wish it would have stayed that way.
What about Joel?
Oh, I forgot about Joel. I didn't forget about Joel. Never. I had fun with Joel at the shop, Sally. Oh, my God. We used to play jokes on each other all the time. But I was always better. He would bring his sandwiches, for lunch. And every so often, he would have to run in the dark room. And when you go in the dark room, well, you're there for a few minutes, right? I sabotaged his lunch so often with paper. And what worked the best was when it was all, kind of ripped really tiny and just sprinkle it in there. I'd go back to my desk and watch him eat. I'd try to laugh quietly, which I did for the most part. He would be taking shit out of his mouth and... And he looked up this one time, and he's like, you did it. All the time. Just, I don't think he ever did anything to me. I don't remember. I'm sure he didn't, because I would remember.
We used to tease him a lot and play pranks on him all the time when he was younger.
God.
I don't know. I think, I'm trying to remember, he was 18, and he had been out partying. In the meanwhile, we had this big bunch of marbles.
That will go down in history.
And then, do you remember him going in there, and then we dumped the marbles into his bed?
Yeah.
Right? So then he was taking them out and putting them in a helmet, right?
I don't remember.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember him being in his room putting those marbles in, and we could hear him chuckling.
Yeah.
Then we put books in his pillow. Poor Joe.
He was so horribly ticklish.
Oh, he was.
Oh my God. Still is. I did that to him too at the shop. Oh my God. Just, I would walk by. Ding. He was really good about it.
Mm-hmm.
Really good about it. Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah, he never got us back for
He what?
He never got us back.
No, he didn't. I know, he never did. I think he liked it. I do. I think he loved all that attention.
Mm-hmm.
But the marbles was the best.
That was the best.
Yes. I recall him, he was sleeping, and I'm hoping Mom told me to go get him. Otherwise, why would I do anything, right? But he was sleeping. He must have been really hungover. That's a guess. I went up there and I tickled him. Oh my God. I'm surprised again that I'm still alive. He was the first person that I ever drove with. And I drove in that Chevy Caprice, that great big Land Cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
I had pillow under me, pillow behind me, just like Mary Jo had to. Man, and those the gas was like so far away. And I scooted up. I was holding on to the steering wheel so I wouldn't fall back. And we went to the bank, just down 4th Street. And he said, okay, let's go. Room. Oh, we went. And he said, slow down, slow down. Oh my God, what balls, hey? To take someone out for the first time? I've never ever had any experience other than at school. And when you're at school, there's no real, when you step on the gas, you don't go like that. You should. You really should. That was just crazy. But I do love my speed. Yeah, he is one of the dearest. He is very dear to me. When Mom was living with me, and I couldn't do it anymore, and so the day they came to get Mom, I stayed I was upstairs in Devin's bedroom, and I didn't think I was ever going to come out of there. I was bawling so hard because I failed my mother. I epically failed. And
you so didn't. You so did
no,
not.
Anyways, be quiet. I did, and there's no talking about it. I failed her. She had her mom for 2 years. We all know that it felt like 20. And she did it, Sally. She did it.
She wasn't alone. We were all there. We were all there, and we helped with the grandma. That was different.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Anyways. But so Tim and Beth took Mom, and I was just a basket case. But when aren't I, right? Joel was here. He stayed here, and he had a beer waiting for me. He was in that room, and when I finally came down, and he handed me a beer, and he said, I didn't think you were ever going to come down. And I said, me either. And we just sat and talked, and he talked and talked, and that was pretty decent. And that's not the only time that he knows he knows me too good. That's for sure. Anyways, he's very dear to my heart. Both Joel and Tim are top notch. They're cool.
It makes sense that you have
They're
a special relationship with them because you worked with them besides them
Yes.
being your siblings.
And I like to have a lot of fun. So at the shop, I had a lot of fun. I had Teresa. I wanted her to goose Tim. And she's like, I'm not going to goose him. Because when he's working so intently, like every day, you got to lighten up the spirit. You got to lighten up the mood. And it's just, please, just turn around and just one little shoe into it. So I said, okay, take the calculator and just kind of goose him with that. She did. She did. Oh my God, I was so happy. I was so proud of her. And Tim went way right up to the ceiling. So she would do that every so often, well, every time I asked her to. And Tim he's never mad at Teresa. He just look at me. Yeah. So anyways, nothing changed from when they were home and I was little.
Except that you were bigger and you could, well, not bigger, but you were older and you knew, and you could pick on them as much as they picked on you.
Yes. It was fun. Good times. Good times.
Good stories.
Yeah, for sure. So, am I missing anyone?
Yeah.
Teresa. Sally! I'm so sorry.
I would have it's normal.
Well, I'm kind of sitting here
Right,
with
exactly.
you, and it's like Sally was, I'm sure, put on Pam duty every summer. I'm certain of it. Mom trusted you the most. The most. And, but, you know, when I think about it, wouldn't you rather be hanging out with me at the park than home pickling with Mom?
I enjoyed every minute of it.
Oh, I didn't.
Sorry.
Just didn't. Oh, you mean with me?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant with pickling.
Not the pickling.
It's like, wow.
No.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I think you taught me how to swim. Don't know who else would have. You did. Did a good job too.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, Tyler. Every day she took me to the park and made sure that I was okay. Did I ever go a reaction?
I don't remember, but you went into reaction so often that
Yeah.
we were all on edge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got Pam duty. That sounds funny. Yeah.
Do you remember when we shared a bed?
I don't, Sally.
I was 11.
I must have been very young.
Mm-hmm. We shared a bed. We shared a twin bed.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. But you were small.
Right.
And I was smaller.
You were.
We probably equaled a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I had that opportunity to spend that time with you.
I don't know why. I snore miserably. And I know I kick.
You do kick.
I do kick. I still do. And I still snore. I snored so much last night that my throat hurt.
I don't remember you snoring.
Oh,
But
well, that's nice.
Did you guys ever get in trouble together?
Not us.
no.
Did
Gosh,
we?
No. I don't remember getting in trouble with
I
you.
don't think so.
I know I got in trouble with Mary Jo a lot.
Well, that's because it's Mary Jo.
And no, it was because, never mind. But yeah, we used to get in trouble a lot.
If we got into trouble, we were smart enough to clean up whatever we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get caught, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is that as I got married and we moved to Menominee and all
Yeah.
those kind of out to Cooperstown
Yes.
first, and then to Menominee,
Yeah.
and
I remember Menominee very well. And little Tyler. Oh, God, Tyler, you're just the cutest little kid ever. I'm not even... I would have brought you home with me in a heartbeat. You were just so cute, and you liked me. I thought that's pretty cool, little kid like that. Yeah, Mom and I went to Menominee when you had Emily.
yes, you did.
Yeah.
It was the first time my mother was away from my dad.
Yeah, I think you're
It
right.
was.
Yeah, and then when it came time for us to go
Oh my
home,
gosh, what a story!
this
It's just so typical
This
of Dad.
guy.
It's so typical.
of Dad. Oh,
My
yeah,
husband,
yeah,
Brad.
yeah. I don't even. To me, he looked like Casey Kasem. Okay.
What? Not Dad, not Brad. But
Yeah.
when
This-
when they needed to go back home, he was busy, so he wasn't able to bring them home. So, but he made arrangements for them to get a ride back to Green Bay. And this is what Pam is talking about, the arrangements that he made.
Yes, lovely arrangements with a guy that looked like Casey Kasem in this great, big, long car. It was so long time. I have no idea. And it was green, ugly fucking green. And I think Mom was a little nervous.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wasn't. I mean, it's like, this guy is so short, I can take him. He was really short. And it was just weird. It was just weird, you know. So you're going to bring us home? And he talked weird. Seemed to, anyways. I thought everything about him was weird, especially his car. It was so ugly. It was embarrassing, actually. You know, it's like, I'm glad I was short. Didn't want to...
I was mortified.
I know you were.
I was mortified.
But it all worked out, Sally. Everything worked out, and I can't even begin to imagine how you felt.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly. Poor Brad.
Well, when we lived in Menominee, it was outside of Menominee, but we lived up there, we didn't even have a phone.
Oh my God.
We didn't even have a phone. I would have to go to the neighbors to call your dad. And then we were doing Kirby,
Yeah.
and then he quit that and decided we were going to move back to Green Bay.
Yeah.
And he got a job at Hinnick, and he sold a car the first day he worked there, which
Cool.
was amazing and good. And but we didn't have a phone, so
That's just,
Um,
I can't imagine.
I had to go to the neighbors, and it was long distance to call
Oh my
anybody.
goodness.
I was pretty much
Alone.
on my own.
Yeah.
Well, I had Tyler and Emily.
You were alone. Tyler was just a little tiny guy.
It was 3.
Uh-huh. Cute as a blonde hair. Oh my God. I've got a picture of you. I had it in my wallet for the longest time. Wouldn't even doubt if it's still there. Mixed in with my boys. Because I love that picture of you. You're just adorable.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. He got
Except the
taller.
hair. Except the hair.
Except the hair and his height.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, you are a tall drink of water. That's for sure. So when you leave, when we say goodbye, I'll stand on the steps so you don't have to break your back. It's so fucking embarrassing. Parker comes home, he waits at the steps for me to... That's tough. Having him away. I hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it so much. Okay, anyways.
So we've talked about Mary Jo, we've talked about Teresa, and now we need to talk about the sweetest person ever.
Ever, ever, ever. don't know if I'm up to that. I love her so much.
We're talking about Holly.
I miss her every single day, just like I miss Susan, just like I miss Mom and Dad, but just a little bit more. I don't know why. She was the cutest little sister ever. She was so just perfect. She was perfect. She loved to run away. She loved to run, plain and simple. And they had this playpen, and I don't know what happened. We used to play like worm. You did it too, right?
Oh, everybody did.
Okay. So it wasn't just me, but I taught her to pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. It really was quite cool that she grasped the whole idea and got out on her own. No more peace and quiet. Yeah, she was just the joy of our lives, all of our lives. She really was. If you're having a bad day, you go to Holly, and that smile, she's always so happy to see you and hug you. I mean, know the purest love.
Can you remember any of her favorite things?
Country music. When she used to come here and stay for a while, while Beth was at work, I guess. And I hate country music. I really hate it. You have no idea. But for Holly, anything. So we had that TV station, and I had it on country, and they had videos, and she would sing along. Wow. It was that was cool. There's a song, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy, okay? And Holly would stand there and do her moves and sing that song. Priceless. Absolutely priceless. I really wanted her when Mom broke her back. Mm-hmm. And we had to get Holly out of there. It was just that simple. Holly should not be around. Mom was disoriented and was really showing the Alzheimer's. And so she stayed with me. And I just assumed that she was going to be here. The boys loved her. How could you not, And I enjoyed every minute with her that she was here.
Mm-hmm. She was a joy of our life. And she still is, because we have such great memories.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah. Sorry.
No. I'd be sorry. We all miss her so.
Okay. Are we done?
Well,
No, I'm kidding.
Of all your siblings, who would you say was most talkative, besides you?
I don't know anybody that would. Oh, I got that one hands down, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who surprised you the most?
Who surprised me the most? Depends on what you mean surprise. If it's gifts, it's you. You did. Very, very, and she just did this past Christmas. That was really quite comical. But so nice, and I love that shirt.
You should tell a story.
Thank you. Well, I was in the midst of making goodies. They didn't turn out that good, by the way. I don't think so. I maybe ate too many. I am never making them again. Well, you have to test them. Anyways, so I was really up to my elbows in truffles?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was. And cookies and why I'm for Christmas. That's right. Everyone was going to be here for Christmas. God, I love it. Anyways, so I got to make the sweets because that's what I'm good at, the sweets. Well, I thought I was good at it. Anyways, so this one day, it's, kind of a drudge, just doing it, and I had to order groceries, so I went out to get my groceries, and there was something in the way. I couldn't open my door, and I thought, well, those stupid idiots, why would you put the groceries in front of my door? Why would you do that? Well, I was cursing them out, that's for sure. And I opened it, and finally got it open. And it's like, what the fuck is this? It was a Festival Foods bag. Well, I didn't order from Festival. So I got all of my groceries in, and then this bag, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? And so I emptied it out, and here's a little Christmas thing, and I forget what it said on it, like an elf or something. I don't know. It said something, and I was annoyed as can be. It's like, wow, it's got to be the wrong house. No one's gonna. I really didn't know what to do with that package, and I thought, 3 boys. I couldn't figure it out. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I bet you this is from Scott's sister Holly. Because we were just over there, and Scott left her money, hid it, because she bought all these gifts and stuff. We played games. So if you won, then you'd get like a candy bar. So we played a lot of games, a lot of fun too. So Scott left her some money, and I said to Scott, I bet you it's from Holly, and she's just paying you back. And it's like, I just couldn't. I was going to call her, but then, did you call me or did I call you?
I think you called me.
Yeah, could be. I think you said to me that, I would love some of those goodies. Maybe you could put it in a bag, and when I'm not looking, maybe you could just drop it off on my porch. And it's like, you did it. Yep.
Well, through the years, we've played some pretty good pranks on each other.
I would have to agree with that. I don't remember pranking you ever.
I remember pranking you.
Yep. I remember, Sally, we've had so much fun together. Mm-hmm. Parties.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. Yeah,
Or strippers.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he was so bad. He was the worst stripper. He was the worst stripper.
He was having a bad day.
He was having a bad day.
You weren't feeling well.
I wasn't. Oh, that's right. I wasn't. But everyone came to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite a something.
It was something.
It was something. He was not anything, though. You know, I didn't think.
He was what he was.
It was what he was.
It was still very entertaining, even if
It
it wasn't
was-
great.
That's very true. And when he took his pants off, and he had this, I think it was a little elephant.
It was an elephant.
A pink elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, was it a very large elephant? Oh my God. Then we did Scott. That wasn't a stripper though, was it?
I don't think so.
No. That was.
We used to prank him too. You pranked him a lot.
I did.
You did prank him a lot. April Fool's Day.
Oh my God, yes. Do you remember what I did to Dad and Tim and Joel?
Tell us.
Oh my God. I really. Okay. April Fool's Day was on a Friday. It was on Good Friday, no less. And I had that day off because, well, I don't know why. I pranked them so good, but not really because they were planning on leaving early. I took everything they needed, every tool that they needed to do their job, and hid it. I hid it so good. I greased the front door with Vaseline. You have to do that. And I did things to their chairs. Not Dad's, though. I didn't want Dad to get hurt. That was a terrible thing of me to do. But as I was hiding everything, I wrote out a list so that I could call them and let them know where things were. I mean, there was nothing for them to accomplish anything. I hid it all. So when I called, Tim answered, and I said, April Fools. And he hung up on me. I felt so bad. And of course, I started to cry. And I don't remember what happened after that. I was rattled that he hung up the phone. I think I called back and said, well, I'm calling. I'm calling because I want to let you know where everything is. And he said, we found everything. Bye. That's it.
We never had our own bedroom, except you did when you moved on to 4th Street.
Yes. Yep.
Who would you say was the worst roommate?
Mary Jo. She was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
She snored worse than I do. I'm sure of it. She loved to freak Teresa out. And it worked every time. She would say, if I die tonight, Jeff gets my bed. And, oh my, Teresa was like, stop it, don't say that. And you had that mask, didn't you? Yeah. That used to scare Teresa pretty bad.
We had it hanging on the wall.
Yeah. Teresa really suffered. Teresa was the one that...
Got the brunt of a lot of
She
stuff.
did, but she's so fucking gullible.
Mm-hmm.
Really gullible. such fun. It was just a blast.
At her, yeah.
Yes, at her expense.
expense.
But she never got hurt.
No.
And we never let things go too far.
Of course, that's a term that, well,
Yeah.
too far, far enough.
Mm,
What'd you say was the worst roommate?
the worst roommate, Mary Jo. I mean, she was.
She was.
She was. She was. I remember when you and Mary Jo shared a room upstairs and Teresa and I were downstairs. And someone had to go up and answer the phone. The girls had their own line,
Yes.
of course. And we could not find that phone. Your room was a disaster.
It was.
It was an absolute disaster. And it happened more than once. We'd find the cord, and then by the time we got to the phone, it was done.
You know, I mean, what can you say? That has followed me through life.
Yep. That's funny. It's kind of funny because Scott and I, this is probably one of the biggest things between us. He is Felix Unger, and I am Oscar.
Did you have a best friend in school? And not one of your siblings, but, you know, a best friend as you were growing up?
I did till I was in like 7th grade. That was Luann Aschenbrenner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then puberty happened to all of the girls except for me. I was a very late bloomer. Very late. No, I take it back. I was early. But I didn't get any boobs. Everybody else, and their figures, you know, they look so nice. And, yeah. This is how I look.
You weren't the only one.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Yeah. What schools did you go to?
I'm sorry?
What schools did you go to?
I went to Lincoln and Westwood and West Pere High School.
Do you have a favorite memory of a teacher?
I do. This is the best. This really is good. I hope I didn't tell you because it's that good. I was in freshman year, maybe sophomore. I was a sophomore. I hated school. I hated history class. It was just so useless to me. Who gives a rat's ass about this stuff? I didn't. So I had to take final exam. And if you didn't pass, you had to take summer school. And I knew I was sunk, but I did my best. And the teacher that I had was Mr. Kolstad. And he was attractive, sort of, kind of. He thought he was all that, but he was almost all that, put it that way. So he decided that when, everyone was done with their exam, and just switch the paper with the person in front of you. So the person in front of me was the smartest person probably in the whole school. We went through all the grades together. Nice guy, but so fucking smart. And I know that I failed. I hated sitting behind him all the time.
What was his name?
Vince Pollack and Smits. They're not too far apart in the alphabet. Anyways, so he's correcting mine, and oh my God, I know he's gonna say the percentage. Everyone's gonna laugh at me. I was terrified. And I knew I was doomed for summer school. And he said, instead of percentage, this sweet boy said the number wrong. So out of 100 questions, well, I got an 80%. I had 80 wrong. 80 wrong. And he said 80. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even move. Well, then I thought, Mr. Kolstad is going to correct the papers, for sure, himself. And then it'll show up on my final report card. He didn't. I got a B in that class. A B. I should have failed miserably.
Fate.
Oh, God. That was the best. I love that teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's great.
I passed. I passed with flying colors. Mom was very proud of me. Well, Pam, you passed with a B. When she told me that, I was waiting for, the arm to come down for sure. Oh, you got a B. So,
after high school, did you have any big plans? Like, did you think about going to school or anything like that?
No, not at all. I just wanted to get married and start a family. That's all I ever wanted, was to be a mom. Ever. Everything worked out.
Yes, it did work out.
Yes, it
And
did.
you did get married.
Yes, I did get
Right away.
married.
And
I got married to a guy I had never, listen, there was a concert at school, one time, and Teresa and I went to it, and Scott and his best friend walked into the gymnasium, and I tugged on Teresa and I said, see that guy in the green shiny jacket? Yeah. I'm going to marry him. I'm going to marry that guy. I loved Scott way before he ever knew me. I saw him in industrial arts down that hall. And he smiled at me. That's all it took. This girl was head over fucking heels in love with him.
why don't you tell us some more about your relationship? I'm guessing that Scott was your first love.
Oh, yes. Yeah. First and only. I didn't chase him either. Like I thought I was going to have to. I knew we had to be together. And after that concert, when I said to Teresa, I'm going to marry him, he was waiting at the door. He was standing around with his friend, just not specifically waiting for me, although you can edit that out and say he was. But I walked out and then he asked me my name. And it's like, I thought I was going to die. And I told him my name, and he asked if I was still dating Joe. And I said, no, I broke up with him. And then, I left. And that Monday, I had an exam in English. I loved English. I loved my English teacher, Mrs. Hirschman.
Mm-hmm.
She was so good. Right before I went into her room, Scott was coming down the hall, and he asked me for my phone number. Do you know what that does to a person? Well, it fucks them up really bad, and they don't remember anything that they ever learned. So I failed that test so miserably bad because I couldn't function. I was like one of the girls from Austin Powers, where he gets him with his mojo, right? And they go, that's how I was. And then Mrs. Kirchman came up to me and she's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay at home?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" "Well, you failed really bad." And I said, "This guy that I really like asked me for my phone number." And that's how it all started. God.
Tell us a story about your wedding. Well, about your wedding dress.
Oh my gosh. Did you take me? I was just looking for a street dress. I didn't even care. I would have wore shorts. I just wanted to get married. I'll tell you the whole story. So we bought a house, and the plan was that I would live there for a year alone, and Scott would, it's so stupid to even say this, Scott would stay with his folks and save money. Isn't that just stupid, Tyler? I mean, you get it? We both had to pay the mortgage. It's like, anyways. So we're at his folks' house, outside on the porch. And it's like, geez, Scott, you're not saving any money. He's like, yeah, I know. I said, well, want to get married? And he said, sure. That was Friday. Monday, I called him at work and I said, okay, so I have a DJ and I've got the hall. All we need now is a priest. And he's like, what? Well, you said yes. So we got married. Our plans were a month long because we got married August 15th. And I went out shopping for a dress, and oh my God, what was the name
I
of
don't
that
remember the name of the
place?
store.
Yeah, me either.
But it was a place where they sold wedding dresses and.
No, it wasn't wedding dresses. That was a prom dress.
Oh, it was a prom dress.
Yes.
Yes, it was. You're right. It
Yeah.
was prom dresses that they were selling. Yes.
So this dress, when I saw
found
it, it's like, oh my goodness. It was white. It was long. It was beautiful. And
but the best thing was
the price.
the price.
$9.
11.
Huh?
11.
Those were the alterations.
Okay.
The alteration, because it had to be minimized. Yeah. $9, alterations 11. You can't beat that shit. Wow. That was so cool. I was on cloud 9. Everything that happened, it was just meant to be. So then the search for a priest. We talked to Father Peters, not Blaze, the priest at our church. And we told him when we wanted to get married, and he sits back in his chair and he says, well, since you're pregnant, we'll move it along. And it's like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. And he's like, well, why do you want to get married so soon? It's like, because we bought a house and I want to be married before we live in it together. You would think he would have been more than happy, right? Not so much. He's like, you take your time. And I pissed him off. I got him really good because we left that meeting and I called every priest around that I would like to get married. I don't care. I I just wanted to be married by a priest. Didn't want to, a justice of the peace. I wanted to get married by a priest, preferably in my own church.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone that I talked to, I got back to my priest. Isn't that great?
That is great.
Yeah, so, well, lo and behold, he married us. Well, one of the priests did anyways. Good times.
Great story.
Yeah.
Great story.
Yeah. Okay, even better, with Father Peters. He knew that I wasn't pregnant, and then I don't even know how, if it was the same day. It wasn't the same day. Then we had to go through marriage classes, but in a rush. And it was about, seeing each other naked, okay, which, I'm sorry, we're good at that. We have seen each other naked. But he didn't think that we had. And he's giving me advice. Advice on how to do it gently. He said, you might want to do it in a pool or in a lake, and then, go under and maybe take your clothes off. And I'm like, trying my very best not to laugh, because I was just dying, Tyler. I was dying. But I didn't laugh until we got out and in the car and shut that door and made sure the window was shut. I was laughing so fucking hard. If he only knew. Anyways, that's the end of that story.
We said earlier that your plan, which was the plan that a lot of us, get married, have kids,
Yes.
that sort of thing.
Yes.
You got married?
Yes. It was longer than what I thought. And we tried a few things to adopt. And we were too young, not married long enough. It's like, what the fuck, people? Oh, I was so pissed. And then you were going to be a surrogate.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very close.
Yes.
And then she got pregnant with Theo.
It was Brad's fault.
It doesn't matter. All he had to say was, hi, and you were pregnant. It's so easy. But honestly, Sally, that was the hand of God. It was. Because I have my 3 boys. I never would want that changed.
No.
Not even if I could have biological children. Because that would mean that I don't have my boys.
Mm-hmm.
They're just the best.
Tell us what it was like when you knew you were going to get Adam.
When we knew, we didn't know until the day she went to court. That was really tough because she would visit him, and we weren't allowed to visit as much as she could visit. And we were very close with the foster, thank you, with the foster parents. Really close. They're great people. And she would call me and kind of update me and how did it go and what do you think she's going to do. It was such a long, it seemed like it was forever, taking forever. And then the day before court, she went there for the last time and spent the longest time with him alone in one of the bedrooms, and came out crying and Sue, the foster mom, she called me and she said, I don't know. if you're going to be able to take Adam home. And she was pretty sure that Adam's birth mom was just going to take him. Because she could. And we, that was the longest night of my life so far. And just fall to pieces, that's all, to me, as soon as I held him, even before I held him, he was mine. So we waited until the next day, and we got the best phone call ever. And it was the social worker, Flora, God rest her soul. She said the stork came.
Mm.
Yeah, so we flew. Not we didn't really fly, but we were breaking every law in the book, getting there as fast as we could. It was.
Where was it?
In Heartland. Heartland, just near Milwaukee.
Okay.
But it was the longest.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt a million miles away. We were instructed not to go there before, because I wanted to go there and wait. I mean, come on, if he's our son, I would really like to pick him up as soon as they say. But she said, don't do it, because she can still change her mind in court. So we waited back. We followed all the rules for once in my life. It was just, can't even explain it. There are no words. None. But we have our Adam, and he has his daughter Maddie, and that is our granddaughter. Never, ever did I think I would live long enough. That's no joke.
It's so awesome. So happy for you.
Thank you. I'm very happy. And she is, by the way, the coolest ever. Oh, she's just so awesome.
And we saw Adam and
Angie.
I should know that because of the situation at Target. Anyway, they brought her to Tyler and Theo's 40-50 party.
So you get to see. Yeah.
Very nice. It was
Yeah.
very nice.
Oh, Tyler, happy birthday.
Thanks.
I'm so sorry. I'm so afraid of crowds because if I catch anything, I just can't afford to do it anymore.
It was pretty lame anyways. It was just a bunch of old people.
Just a bunch of old people? Like
Pretty
your
much.
age? Is that what you're saying? Your age? Yeah. But anyways.
And then after Adam,
2 years later, I said to Scott, well, what do you think? And he said, oh, yes. She did not want to have just one child, and neither did I. I actually wanted 6. I would have loved to have 6. But he just said, let's do this one at a time. Anyway, so we put our names back in the pool, and and it's so weird, honestly, it was the same with Adam. When we put our names in, it took about 9 months till we brought him home. And same thing with Devin. We put our names in, it was about 10 months. Yeah, man. And Devin, that situation she was very young. And she could bring him home whenever she wanted. Oh, that was so unnerving for me. She brought him to the mall, and Jesus Christ, that drove me insane, knowing that she was playing house with my baby, my Devin. Sorry. But we went and visited whenever we could, and then we got an extra day we could go see him. And Scott's like, well, I can't take off of work. It's like, I don't care. I will go. So I did. And it was awesome. It's just awesome that I got to be with him more. And Adam wasn't real sure. He wasn't real sure at first. But when we finally were able to bring Devin home, which that took an extra month because of this girl's social worker and the fucked up system. Oh, it was horrible. But everything turned out good. Everything turned out wonderful. Mm-hmm. And we brought Devin home, and Adam, that first day, I had laid him down on a blanket on the floor, and Adam was like sitting there, still, not real sure. I didn't say anything. I left the room. I was getting Adam some apple cinnamon because he loves apples and cinnamon. And I looked in the other room, and he's patting Devin on the belly. And then he leaned over and gave him a kiss. Aww. Wasn't that the sweetest thing?
That is
oh,
sweet.
My gosh. Well, then, 2 years later, we did not put her name in. I was having serious eye issues. And Scott says, no, we're not going to put our names in. He said, if it's supposed to happen, it'll happen. Don't worry about it. It's like, fine. So I didn't. This is one thing that Mary Jo did really good.
See?
I got a call from an agency in Florida, and they had an abundance of black and biracial babies. Are you interested? Well, yes. I was so excited. And I asked her, how did she get my number? Our names aren't even in yet. And she told me it is from their last names. Oh, I don't even remember. Anyways, it's Romy's daughter. I think, yeah, Romy's daughter. That they adopted 2 kids, and they knew of someone that already has 2 kids that are black or biracial. And it's like, cool. So Mary Jo was how we adopted Parker. So she called and asked, are you interested? Well, yes, but I do have to talk to my husband. And I called Scott, and he said, yes. And it's like, cool. Well, then they call me back and say, we have boys and girls. And if you want to take 2, you can. Mm. Oh, I wanted to take 2. Are you kidding? Anyways, Scott said no to that unless they were biological twins. But since they weren't, and then they said, what do you want then, a boy or a girl? How do you decide that? Huh? How do you decide that? And I said, well, you gotta give me a minute. And I called her back. And I said, who's harder to place, girls or boys? And boys are harder to place. And I said, well, I think I want a boy. And that's how we got Parker.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it's very cool because I got my 6 children all wrapped up in Parker. It's crazy. how things are just meant to be. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Really.
What do you think your kids would say about you?
Oh, I'm a horrid bitch. No. I think I have a really good relationship with them. They would say I'm crazy. They're not wrong. I don't know. They know that I hate country music. That might be right up there. That might be the first thing they say. And you never know what your kids.
True.
You just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that they love me. I do know that. And Parker, who was very kind of difficult at times. Well, and I can't say he's any better, but it's legal.
Mm-hmm.
He has always gone by his own beat. You know what I mean? And if I say no, well, you can bet your ass he'll do it.
Did you ever go hitchhiking?
Yes, I did.
Tell
And I
us.
got picked up. It's great fun. Car full of guys. How stupid was I? Oh my gosh. It was a convertible, and I was walking across the bridge, and they beeped the horn. I wasn't hitchhiking. They beeped the horn. I went, yeah. And they stopped, and I got in. Went for a joyride, and met some nice guys. Nothing happened.
We're lucky. We've talked about the pranks that you've pulled on people, and that maybe some people have pulled on you.
Maybe.
But we also talked about talents. And although some of us aren't gifted with art and needlepoint and painting and all that sort of things, what would you say is your best talent? Or if you don't have one, what will you wish you had? But I know you have. I know you are talented.
I always say my best talent is bitching. I always say that. I do it really good. There you go.
Say? There you go.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a celebrity crush?
Did I? Are you kidding? Oh, yes. And I would say I still do, but I don't because I grew up. Yes, I was, so whipped over Roger Daltrey. I thought he was just gorgeous. And his body, oh my God. And he's short. Okay, he has all of it going on, and he can sing. I thought that was cool. I really, yeah. Mm-hmm. That was it. That was, yeah.
So now you and Scott are in retirement.
Yes.
What are you doing to keep busy besides some of the things I can imagine?
Yeah, we're doing lots of work on this house. We're really hoping. We have a shack right now in Crivets. Now, a lot of people say they have a cabin or a trailer. This is truly a shack. It is so bad. We ripped everything out. It's down to the rafters because it was that bad. And we don't even know if the water is still there. We don't know if the septic is okay. We have to find those two things out before we go any further. The plan was to fix it up, and then we'd have a nice little place. And that is still kind of, we will fix it up. We have to. And then we're hoping to sell it and or trash the whole thing. This is really what I want to do. Just get rid of, just burn it down to the ground, and start new and build a new cottage, a real cottage, and just if the stocks can do better, thank you, fearless asshole leader. Oh my God, he killed us. He killed us, you know? So that's what we're waiting on, our stocks. And then we'll build a nice little but big enough so boys can be up there. Me, out in the country, fucking A. Shut up, just shut up. Oh, told him I'm going to have a gun. And I have to get a gun that I can shoot. My hands are so bad, though. I can't shoot. I can't. It hurts. So he'll get me a gun. It'll be really a cute little gun. And I will shoot anything that crosses my fucking path. I'm going to have a lot of fun up there. Yeah, I'm going to shoot something? Isn't it scary? I can't see.
Well, yeah, that could be very interesting.
It could be. Yeah.
What do you think is your greatest achievement besides being a parent?
I don't know. That's the only thing I ever wanted out of life. I told my mom, I am not getting married. I don't want to get married, but I want to have lots of babies. That's me.
Well, you got the best of all the worlds, didn't you?
Really did. I really did. I don't, I worked so hard to get my boys. And believe me, that was work. But I wouldn't have it any other way. And I don't know. I'm still here. That's kind of a good thing. I don't know. I think it's an achievement every day that I wake up.
I think so too.
Oopsies. Yeah.
Did your life turn out like you expected it to?
Maybe not exact. Way better. My life turned out way better than what I ever imagined. I can say that wholeheartedly. I have a man that would do anything for me. And he loves me. I don't get that part. I don't get it at all. But he does. And I happen to worship the ground he walks on. So we get together, we get along pretty nice. I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah.
If you had a chance to ask Mom or Dad a question, what would it be? Since I talk so much, Sally, I've asked them every question you can possibly imagine. Because I have no shame. I think I would ask the both of them, would you do it again? Would you do it again? Even knowing everything that has happened, and would you do it again? It's a tough question. It is a tough question, but I think I know the answer.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be?
That I'm not such a bitch. And the older I get, I know the worse I'm becoming. Can you feel that?
No.
Well, you're not a bitch. I have great potential. I really do, and I really don't want to be that way. I know I'm not that way to my kids. Well, I mean, I don't know that. I don't know that. If you treat someone with respect, and I don't think I'm too demanding or anything. I don't think I am. I might be.
If you could say one thing that mom and dad said to you or taught you that has kind of impacted your life the most,
Oh boy.
what would you say?
I learned so much from the both of them. I learned really from Mom how to be nice. You know, not that I'm not nice, but I learned it from Mom. I know I did. And Dad, Dad taught me how to laugh. He did. I mean, even at my worst times, I can get the funny out of bad times. Most time.
You got that gift from Dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you could pass along to future generations what you might want them to know about you.
I thought about this.
Okay.
I really have. Never give up. You never give up. If you want something, you go after it.
That's, yeah.
That's how I made it. That and the love of Mom and Dad and almost all my siblings. I've got such a group of wonderful people. Hey, did we talk about Barb?
No, we didn't.
We did.
I really love Barb, but I can't work with her. I know I did say that. But she is, if she was still the person that I grew up with, she smoked, she drank, she swore, God, we'd be best friends.
How old was she when you were born?
I have no idea.
She's 79 now.
She's
She was
79.
today, she's 80.
No way. I could have gone
Yeah, she's 79.
forever without knowing that.
Just saying.
Oh my God.
It's her birthday today.
Yeah. I may give her a call.
I'm sure she
I do that from time to time.
So I'm not going to ask you how old you are, but if you can do the math, and how old was she? What's the?
Oh yeah, you can ask how old I am. I really don't care. I will be 63 on May 24th. I'll be 63.
Okay.
Wow.
Which is a miracle.
It is.
It's a
I don't
miracle.
mind saying it at all. I really don't. I look in the mirror every day. I know I look every bit 63, if not more. But I've earned every fucking crease on my face. I've earned it. I use some really good putty, though, on special occasions. I do. It's just a miracle shit, that's for sure.
You have to tell me about it.
No, it's too expensive.
Well, you talked a little bit about Barb. Why don't you tell us a story that you can remember?
When Teresa and I were very young and Barb was home, she had to have been married, living with us when Ken was in the war. She called us Fooj and Tosh. I was Fooj. I don't know why. And Teresa was Tosh. I was always jealous of that. Tosh. It sounds so much better than Fooj. We would grab onto her and she would carry us around. She was pretty cool. I thought she was very cool. Then she changed, but that's good, you know. It's really a good thing.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Mm-hmm.
So, has faith played an important part in your life?
Faith, yes. I don't know where I'd be without talking to God all the time. Not so much, I'm not a churchy person, but when the boys were at that age, I made them, we just talked about this today too, I made them get confirmed. That might be my proudest achievement, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Because I made them get confirmed. And Parker wasn't real keen on the idea. And it's like, you know, he's a big guy. He didn't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, he did have to do it. And he did. That was a bitch, too. They didn't really enjoy anything about church unless Grandpa Bob was there, goofing around with them.
Scott's dad.
Oh, yes. Oh, Jesus Lord. We had to have the boys separated. And Dad was just as bad as the boys. And Scott was sitting there, Dad, stop it. Oh, but he was in the throes of Alzheimer's as well.
Well, your life experience, yeah, you've been sick many times.
Mm-hmm.
You've kind of faced the end.
Oh, yes.
And so,
just recently almost faced the end. That cough, when I was in the hospital, everyone thought I was going to die because normally you don't come out of that infection. You just die. Well, and I said to one nurse, you don't know me. You just don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dying.
I've heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sell me so short. I know I am, but
So the question is, you die.
yeah.
What's next?
I don't know, since I'm such a nasty little girl, I don't want to go to hell, but, you know, I haven't been a stellar person. You know what I mean? I don't believe I am worthy of everything that I have. I'm not worthy of God's love. So what's next? Well, we're just going to wait and see. Actually, I don't think I'm going to die. I'm here, man, forever. It's going to be me and Randy. Ugh.
We touched on a lot of different subjects. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you want to share with us?
Oh, no. I've got a lot of things to say about no.
I'm going to put you both on the spot here. Would you ask my mom a question? You could either just ask her anything that comes to the top of your head, or you could ask her one of the questions she asked you.
Oh, my gosh. I can't ask you anything. I can't. I think you are just a dynamic person. I think the world of you. I love you very much. And to ask a question, I don't know. I know you pretty good.
I love you too.
I know.
I love you lots.
Do you know that you and I share the same thing that Mom has when she's going to cry?
As your eyes get all watery and...
No, you get the vein.
Oh, the vein. Oh, my gosh. The vein.
It's horrible. It's horrible. My boys love that. They do. We'll be watching TV. This is, when they were younger. And if a commercial would come on, like one of their stupid ass commercials, but they're so sentimental, Parker did.
Mm-hmm.
Just gogging at me. She's gonna cry. Look.
Yeah.
Nope. I will say that you have always been there for me. Always. Can't say that about a whole lot of people.
Thank you.
Thank you.